Hey guys, welcome back. Another PvP showcase, that'll be number 9. And this is, as we said, the slightly more improved stun lock.
Well, we say slightly, but we're going to get a lot of dislikes in this video.
Yeah, like this is probably going to be our most disliked video, and there's 20 dislikes on the Mundane Avalon.
Yeah, so let's see if we can get more dislikes. In fact, no, please don't dislike this video.
Dislike competition. Now, yeah, don't you completely send us like 20 pages below search results for this.
Now, the whole point of this build is 99 endurance.
Yep, so you can chase down everyone. You mess with a bull, it's going to give you the horns.
So,
some weird anus-faced bull.
So obviously part of the build, it requires 99 endurance, but the whole point is you can get a 10-hit stun lock out of it.
Because you get 200 stamina!
Exactly. Now, the first few videos are less infinite stun locky, but the last few you'll see that it is incredibly easy to pull this off, like retardedly easy. Like, the last video, it was quite hard to actually, you had to get the katana hit and follow it with lance. This is just... it's horrible.
And it's just so much simpler because the swords are faster. They're easy with Drake Keeper swords, by the way.
Yeah, dual Drake Keeper swords, not power stance.
Not in a power stance. Left one is fire type. Right one is standard because you flame weapon the left one and pine resin the right one.
No, you don't flame weapon. We're not using flame weapon. It's just pine resin. There's not enough stats really to invest in.
Alright, to get that one slot. Yeah, because you need to put like 4 into achievement to get that one slot. But yeah, well, the 99 endurance, you can only get the 16 strength required to use these swords, so you just use one of each.
Yeah, I mean, it's been optimized pretty well, really. I mean, if you wanted to, you could take less off of health, but we thought the extra health would be better just as a sort of buffer.
I mean, I quite like health being around about the 30-35 region anyway. Anything over that I find is helpful, but it can be excessive. Anything under that is just not worth PvPing with.
Now, the issue with the last build is the fact that it wasn't entirely viable if you couldn't get the stun lock off. But this build, you saw a little glimpse of it there, this build works really well, just the two swords themselves, because they've got really good movesets. So, I mean, it's not like the last build where having the Lance kinda...
Healer. If only had enough stats to get that offhand Avalon.
Oh, if only. But not that it matters, really.
Also, if they block, you can get so many swings, just keep going. You're going to break their guard no matter what.
Yeah, I mean, you can
just keep swinging. There you go, he broke his guard, but I mean, he did fall and that saved him. But yeah, you can just keep going.
Yeah, you can attack through the guard.
Yeah, and of course you're doing chip damage as well, so this, exactly right there.
Now, this build doesn't really have any drawbacks, so long as you're just incredibly aggressive. I guess it's not versatile.
But no, I mean, it is a sort of one-trick pony. Run in, start swinging. But
so here you can see the stun lock starting to work. Now, this guy
has high adaptability.
Yeah,
well, both adaptability and he must be under 20% as well to get those iframes.
So it would appear that people that are really high in mobility, you'll have a slightly harder time stun locking them. But at the same time, this kinda is reminiscent of the Havel Vigor build, except you don't have as much health or vigor, but you've got a lot of defense, and obviously defense is stupidly broke. Now I'll get him in the stun lock, and you can see that this is just fucking retarded. Somehow this is allowed.
And this is the guy using another stun lock build, which is nowhere near as good because it's slow as shit. But yeah, there you go. Like, this build is way better than the Lance Claymore and the Lance Katana versions you're seeing all the time. This one, it does less damage per hit, but the amount of stamina you use on the Drake Keeper swords is so little that you get more hits, and the stun goes on longer, meaning they get more frustrated and they misplay more.
I've found that you get people in the combo and you kill them in one combo way more than the last build. So yeah, I mean, that's got to account for something. The extra hits,
the additional swings.
Yeah, definitely. And the speed is deadly, really, because you can chip away a bunch of damage easily, get the hits in, and then you can get them into the lock like this. And
of course, you've still got that running attack with the long sword class weapons, which are really nice. They're just run and just chop.
So we figured that this video didn't really need to be particularly long.
Nah, it was just really an update to an already bullshit build.
Yeah, now this guy I think we get in the stun lock twice. Now, if you have enough health and enough defense, you can survive the stun lock, but that was the same for the last build as well, except
there's always going to be a combo.
Yeah, it's much easier to get them into the second stun lock in this than it was in the other build.
Yeah, it is just because of how quick the swords are.
Now, again,
There you go, stun locked.
this
Dead.
build is 70%, but you really don't need to be you don't need to be particularly maneuverable or whatever.
You still don't want to be a fat bastard though and have the clunk roll. But now, of course, the armour's different. We did chop and change it a little bit, but this armour we're wearing the sticky back note armour.
The Gurm armor is technically the more optimized version. I put on the smelter set because it just looks better and I couldn't be fucked looking like a cushion. So I just went with the smelter set. So I mean, you can wear whatever the fuck you want, really. It doesn't matter. So long as
Looks like somebody's just ripped down their kitchen wall and folded it into armour. It's just all tiles.
So long as you've got 99 endurance and enough to use to Gatekeeper sword, you can pretty much go for whatever you want. Probably use the stone ring as well. That probably helps.
It will help with the long swords anyway. It'll give you
Yeah.
that additional poise break that you need to stun them immediately, which is quite handy.
Now, this build we actually got a lot of hate mail for. And
Yeah, because it's OP.
people completely accused us of over leveling and shit. So I mean, you can kind of see, you know.
Well, you guys can see right now. It says right there 150.
Yeah.
Nice and neat, 150. We're using the deprived, so you can tally up yourself. Every stat starts at 6, so there you go.
So that pretty much rounds up for this video. Not a particularly long one, but the next video I think you guys will really enjoy because it's pretty much, it's like super skill based. It's the most optimized build that I made and I had so much fun with it. It takes like a lot of skill, but the build is good for getting skill out of, if that makes sense. Now remember, like, comment, subscribe because it helps us out a lot. And
Facebook, Twitter, Skype, PSN, all right there. Of course, annotations to the previous video, and one will pop up when the next video is there as well, leading you guys to anything that you really need from us.
Yeah.
Dark Souls guide, we can start recording that soon.
Next
Almost
week, by the
finished,
looks
we'll
of
start
things,
recording.
because
Yep.
remember I had a big list of items that I had to write down where like all the locations and stuff were,
But that's
and
fine.
I've
We've done
pretty
that.
much finished it. I've only got rings and spells to do.
And then we can start recording part 1, and then in the midst of all that we can do some New Game Plus investigation as well.
Yeah,
And that'll be us pretty much sorted for the guide coming out. But other than that, anything else you want to add?
We've got like so many more PvP videos on the way. Like, although we've got like the next one coming up, we have so many other really interesting builds. So you've got that to look forward to as well.
Including one which I am going to make work, which will involve a great bow. I'm going to make it work. I'm going to.
Okay.
Let's see.
Just to make a point, the reason that we uploaded this video, although we didn't discover this stun lock, some other guy did, but we found this out pretty quickly after that. It was just to showcase that this is actually possible.
Yeah, but yeah, we'll need to go because that's the video pretty much done. So yeah, see you guys later.
Bye guys.